friendly neighborhood Edman64, and I'm bringing you the next episode of the Mario Kart Console Tour, Super Circuit Edition. In the last episode, we began our trek here in Mario Kart Super Circuit with the Mario Grand Prix 100cc, and what the hell, pick me a random racer, Toad, cool. And we will be racing in the Flower Cup this time around, which has a couple of very iconic courses, which I think all have been in a Mario Kart game at some point. This one was just brought into Mario Kart 8 and 8 Deluxe. Boo Lake, I think, was also added recently. Unless it was another haunted level. Oh, cool, I got the timing down. Cheese Land is in Mario Kart 8, and then I think the second Bowser's Castle is in, what's it call it? I think the second Bowser's Castle is in... Mario Kart 7. Which is unfortunately, as I said before, not a game that we're going to be playing because I don't have a way to record it off my 3DS. But I have 100% completed it. Well, not 100%. I'm sure there's probably something I've missed. But I have beaten the game. I've unlocked all the stages, all that. I've unlocked, I think, all the characters and all the bikes and all the controls and stuff like that. So it's not one of those games that I really have to beat. But I could probably just get away with showing a few things. But like I said, I don't have the means to record. Ergo, we're not going to be doing that. Oh, this one. I was about to say, this one's going by much easier than the last one, but here come the red shells that are going to hit me out of the frickin' into the stratosphere. That's supposed to be like a pit road type thing, like a NASCAR. Oh, if it is, that's cool, if they have that there. Or maybe it's a little speed boost. Oh, there you go. Luigi got a bit of a speed boost from it. Sorry about that. Throat was a little dry, so I needed some sparkling ice, lemon lime, which is the sponsor of this episode, because I just decided it was. Don't like it? Deal with it. Okay. I don't know why it was not starting me well with Luigi, those two courses, but now it's doing really well for me. So what am I, now that I've done all of the LPs that I've done besides this one talking about, what is there left to talk about? I mean, I could go into, my channel's history a bit, I guess. I guess I will. I didn't really discover YouTube in, a way like others did. Like, they just saw something on TV and were like, ooh, I want to try that. In general, I was never that big into, being on the computer and stuff. In fact, my sister ended up making me a MySpace page once, and I don't think I ever went on it. I had my own thing that I wanted to do. The only time I would be on the computer was to get music on my iPod or play, a computer game that I owned. But beyond that, I really didn't use the computer for much else. Basically up until about 2007, I'd say. And one of the things that happened in 2007 was, that's when I actually started to get into seeing, what is on, I thought at first YouTube was just, a bunch of people uploading dumb videos of themselves. Because that's all you learn from YouTube. It's just some guy would, say something stupid about an elephant, and then everyone would laugh. It's basically the original Vines and stuff like that, if you know what I mean, and I'm surprised none of those shells hit me. But, in terms of what I watched when I first really started getting into YouTube, I would say it was, unfortunately, showing you how much my humor has aged. It would definitely be those Smash Kingdom videos, because those were made right around the time Super Smash Bros. Brawl was coming out. So, I had a lot of fun with those videos. Watching those, all that. Now, when it came to making content, however, I really didn't have much of an interest in it for a while. But then, I'd say around late, like 2007, 2008, I became friends with a bunch of people that were on YouTube. Uh, the Jiminy Cricket channel, which used to be System Operator, was one of those that influenced me to make my own content because we used to give, the video lovers used to be around, and they would make those openings, the fake openings that people watched and stuff. And we used to ask for like the most random openings. Like I totally get now why they would get like a little antsy with us. And I think at one point, System Operator, or as I call him, Mac, ended up jumping up and saying, "Well, why don't you just make your own videos?" And I'm like, you know what? That's not a bad idea. So I decided I was going to try to go into making my own videos. Unfortunately, back then, I really didn't know, at least until frickin' rat. Unfortunately, back then, I really didn't know. Why does he have a star? He's in first place. Unfortunately, getting back to what I was saying, I didn't really know how to like record directly off of my videotapes. So what I used is I used an old website called RetroJunk, which basically just let you borrow their own videos and re-upload them online, which is exactly what I did. And in fact, that's what the first of my few videos were on my first channel, because believe it or not, this is not my first channel. This was my second channel. I did some not so good things with the first one, hence why I had to jump onto my second channel, but more on that later. From that point, I did a bunch of retro junk videos. I had about like 60 or 70 of them. And then I started to get into doing Windows Movie Maker because I was working on school projects at the time. And then I was into Photoshop and all that. And I started to fully get into and embrace the how to make videos. And right around that time was when I started to get into other channels that I'm either no longer into that much or just never were. Not anymore. Like, Nostalgia Critic was big around that time, and I used to watch him until the whole change the channel thing popped up. Which, yes, I do have. N-Man does have his standards. He does not ever want to deal with someone like that. And after knowing all the crap that they got, that the Walkers got up to, yeah, I don't need to deal with that. Proton John was also one that I was really into at the time because he was pretty much one of the first LPers on YouTube. And there was like really nobody that was doing stuff like him most of the part. When it was like the long plays, it was just let's just show a gameplay of how to beat the game. There was never one of those like Let's Playing really didn't kick off until like the 2010s. And I really didn't start mine until like 2014, 2015, around that point. But yeah, then I got involved with some stuff I probably shouldn't have been getting involved with on YouTube. Not like anything like super like awful, but yeah, no thank you. No thank you, Mr. Lava. After all the crap you put me through in Super Mario Kart, I think I'm allowed to rewind there. But no. I did some things that I'm not too proud of, and as a result, I lost my first channel, which, in case you guys don't know, was called Lil Mufasa 2, which no longer exists. I didn't get it taken down. They've permanently suspended it. But no, I didn't do anything bad or anything awful or anything like super doxing that would ruin my life. So it's not like the end of the world if anyone were to look up anything I might have done. But literally right after that channel went down in June of 2009, I kicked off my current channel, which then was Simba King 94 and now is the N-Man 64, which I didn't change until 2014, 2015. In general, I did extra tracks. Okay. I don't get what extra tracks means. Did I unlock extra tracks? I'm actually curious about this. Oh, shit! Oh, shit! This is from Super Mario Kart. Yeah, fuck that. I'm not doing this ever again. No, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you. Yeah, we're good. We'll continue from this next time. Yeah, I'm not fighting to unlock Super Mario Kart levels. I'd rather walk into oncoming traffic at this point. So yes, that's about it. We'll talk more about the channel's history later on in the next part, and hopefully it'll just be able to go smoothly and painlessly from there. So thank you guys for joining me. I'm your friendly neighborhood Nman64. Join me next time when we do just that. Until we meet again, sayonara.